I'm Michelle. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm just going to do a quick review of the standing postures for the Ashtanga Standing Series. Join me here in Hyderabad, India, my cute little apartment that I'm staying at. All right, so we always start in Samastitihi mountain pose, pressing your palms together. And then we're going to do a forward fold. So hands on your hips, hinge at the hips, reach peace fingers to big toes, and stay there for 5 breaths. Hands come back to hips. You'll rise halfway, and then you'll come back down, dive back in, slide your palms underneath your toes and your feet until your toes reach your wrist creases. This is gorilla pose. Good, stay there for 5 breaths. Stand back up. Return to mountain pose, Samastitihi, pressing those palms together. And then you'll take a nice giant step back and turn yourself to the back of the room. Turn all 10 toes to the back of your mat. Open your arms to a T. And triangle pose. You'll take triangle on both sides. Toes in between. And then we'll take that revolved triangle. Okay? So all 10 toes pointing in the same direction. Opposite hand comes down towards the ankle. This is your revolved triangle, and you're going to hold that for 5 breaths. We'll do it on both sides. So obviously, I'm not staying here for a full minute in each pose. I'm just showing you each of the poses. We do mountain pose in between. Good. Next, we have the bent knee version of both of those postures. So turn all 10 toes, bend this knee, okay? And then we bring elbow to knee, reach the hand up and over, extended side angle. We'll do that on both sides, 5-pointed star in between, okay? And then we'll turn it around, opposite elbow to opposite knee, prayer twist. And we hold that for 5 breaths. Come through, switch your feet, hands to heart center, elbow to bent knee. You're going to bring your elbow to the opposite elbow. This is prayer twist. All right, from here, we come back to our 5-pointed star. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold. Put your hands on your hips, hinge at your hips, and drop your head. Okay? So there are 4 different variations of this. You hold each one for 5 breaths. You start with your hands on your hips, and then you lift halfway, and then you grab onto opposite elbows. Hold out for 5 breaths. Then you lift halfway, and then you grab onto your peace fingers, and you pull yourself in. 5 breaths. Then you lift halfway. And then the last thing is kind of an option to play around. You can take an inversion coming into a handstand or a headstand. You can walk your hands from foot to foot, ankle to ankle. Pull yourself in. All right, so that's the last version. We're going to get to play around with it. Now we're going to do triangle, pyramid. We're going to do pyramid next, which is where your feet are just a little bit closer together. You're going to turn all 10 toes to face the same direction. Your hips and shoulders are pointing in the same direction as your toes. You hinge at your hips, and this is your pyramid pose. If you find that you're wobbly, you can step your feet a little bit wider, like you're on railroad tracks. Go ahead and let your head dangle down. You can reach on to your front leg with both hands. You can reach around your front leg and clasp your hands behind on your back leg or your bind. That'll take you nice and deep. The choice is there. And then we're just going to rotate the feet around and hinge your hips. Again, stepping those feet a little wider if you need to keep your balance. So this is your pyramid pose. From pyramid, we're going to come into the standing balancing poses. So, extended big toe, reach for your big toe, stretch your foot out in front of you, 5 breaths in front, 5 breaths to the side, return to the front, hold onto it with both hands, wrapped around the bottom of the foot, a little bend in the knee, and then release it, trying to keep the foot exactly where it is, and reach your hands up for 5 breaths. Yeah, that's the hard one. Okay, we do that with both sides. So big toe, extend the foot, 5 breaths straight ahead, 5 breaths to the side, return to center, palms come to the bottom of the foot, yeah, stay there for 5 breaths, and then release it, but keep the the leg exactly where it is if you can. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll get back to mountain pose. Namaste Tiki. Then next we're going to do a standing balance. It can start as tree pose as you progress. You'll come into half lotus. If you want more explanation, I have a much longer video. It's like 17 minutes long. So this is just a quick review. This is your half lotus, okay? So you've got the inner blade of the foot right there on that crease of your hip. Reach around with that same arm all the way around to try and reach your toes. Try and touch your toes. Other arm comes up and you hinge at the hips. Forward fold, standing balance, very tricky. Just try your best, okay? And we'll do that on both sides, okay? So, first option is tree pose. That's a great place to start as you get more advanced and more flexible, or maybe you never do. Tree pose is always a great place to stay. But if you can come into this half bound lotus, we're going to bring the outer blade of the foot to the hip crease. Reach that same arm around. Try and connect the toes to the fingers. I don't quite, oh, I can get my pinky toe. There we go. And then other arm comes up and hinge. Try a balance. Right. Good. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty fun, huh? All right, so the last things we do are chair pose. And how long do you think we hold this? You guessed it, 5 breaths. And then we're gonna do warrior 1 and warrior 2. So we'll keep one leg forward, step the other one back. This is warrior 1. And then we open the arms to the T. This is warrior 2. Then we do this little switcheroo to change it. Keep the arms where they are. We do it backwards, so this is warrior 2 to warrior 1. Finish in chair pose. So step those feet together. And Samasthiti. All right. So that is a quick review of the standing series. Like I said, if you'd like a more detailed explanation, I do go through all the little details of how to set each of those poses up in a longer video. And this is me, Michelle Sweeney, in Hyderabad, India, teaching just a little bit of yoga. And if you liked my videos, I've got more. I do a lot of stuff, music lessons, yoga lessons, and then I also have yoga music. If you'd like to check out some of my recordings, look up Yoga Piano Girl on where you get your music, Spotify, iTunes, all the platforms. All right,